Welcome to the Davis Fieldhouse as we get ready for another installation of BJU Bruins volleyball. Bruins welcoming Pfeiffer University here to Greenville, South Carolina this evening. Nate Warwick here to bring you the action live as it happens. Bruins are in the right in the blue uniforms, Pfeiffer in the black on the left. Pfeiffer comes into this one 4-11 on the season. Fellow NCAA Division III school like Bob Jones. BJU coming in at 12-5 and on a huge hot streak. They've won 5 in a row and have only dropped 1 out of their last 13 matches. They have been on a tear. They're perfect 2-0 at home. This is only their third match at home, despite this being match number 18 on the year. This is the second of a 7-match stretch here at home. Then they'll be back on the road for the remainder of the season. Bruins will be serving first. And we're underway. Good setup for Pfeiffer, and it is in on the back line. Cruz gave a good effort at it, but unable to dig it. Up to serve for Pfeiffer. Madison Halsey. Received well by the Bruins. Set up here, that is blocked out of bounds. Faith Blaylock will be credited with the kill on that one. Catherine Hoops back to serve. Substitutions in for Pfeiffer. These two schools have only met twice, both times coming last year, and they split the series. Pfeiffer was able to take the first matchup in 4 sets, and then that was in September of last year. October of last year, the Bruins were able to earn a sweep win. But that last set was 26-24. Definitely a thrilling one. So should be in for a good matchup here tonight. Timber Cruz beautifully places that one right down the middle between a pair of diving Falcons. Bruins off to a good 3-1 start here. In case you're not as familiar with collegiate volleyball, this will be best 3 sets out of 5, and each set is played to 25. You have to win by at least 2. And as you've probably picked up on already, a point is scored on every single rally. Substitutions here for Pfeiffer, as in to serve is going to be Kylie Mayberry. And in up front is Hayden McGrath. Serve a little bit of a miscommunication. Did get it over on the third hit, though. That looked like a double hit on the set, but apparently not. Cruz, a beauty. Timber Cruz right down the line. Went middle previously. Tucked it inside the line on that one. Well done. Bruins libero Landcrone. One thing that's really exciting about the Bruins, in addition to their stellar play as Landcrone gets the ace, is just how young most of the team is. Only 1 senior on the squad, only 2 juniors. Everybody else underclassmen. So the present is bright, but the future is even brighter for this Bruins squad. That one off the block, and Landcrone, good effort at it, but couldn't quite get there. See Pfeiffer swapping often, as they're going to have Jordan Scarborough in up front, and Caitlin Kiltz will be back to serve. Good serve from Kiltz, well received. Set up here, right down the middle, and it's a beauty. Faith Blaylock. This is something we saw from the Bruins in their earlier match this week on Tuesday, where they were able to sweep Toccoa Falls College in rather convincing fashion. The execution has been very crisp overall. Attack here for Cruz. Not too much challenge on that one. Down the line and out. Bruins catching a bit of a break on that one as Swihart was too far away to make a play on it. But the Bruins will take it. They lead 7-3 here. Eden Swihart on the serve. That was a good one. Tough reception. Off the block. Swihart comes up with a dig as well. Center's dump is beautiful. Great work there. Kirsten Hoops, one of the freshman phenoms on this Bruins squad, and that'll prompt an early timeout from Pfeiffer. One other thing I forgot to mention is that both coaches have 2 timeouts at their disposal every set, regardless of whether any were used or not in any previous sets. So Pfeiffer has used their first as the Bruins have jumped out to an 8-3 lead. FCI Agency is an insurance broker that provides auto, home, life, and business insurance. You have enough choices to make, so make one that always gets you the best rate. Check them out online at fcisc.com. Well, the Bruins liking their choices so far. Clicking here early. They're off to a 5-point lead here in this first set. Again, Bruins and Pfeiffer split the season series last season. We'll see how this one goes. But the Bruins have been playing extremely well over the latter half of this season. Swihart will continue to serve for the Bruins as they lead 8-3 here early in the first set. Another good serve. It's going to be a back row attack this time. No issue for Edwards on the reception. Kill there will go to... Well, I believe that's Maddie Hinson. Apologies if it is not. Gabby Edwards on the serve. Set up here for Cruz. Diving effort by Edwards. 2 players got mixed up there, so Riddle actually ended up doing the set herself. Now gets the be on the receiving end of it. Good track down by Swihart. This will be a free ball. And a very good one from Landcrone, all things considered. Longest rally of the set thus far. That one takes the wrong direction off of Edwards. I think it actually got deflected on the way to her as well. And that'll go down as a kill, and the Bruins will take over. Timber Cruz will be serving. One of the 2 juniors on the squad, along with Landcrone. And that one hit the wrong direction, so this will be a more or less a free hit, and Emma Riddle was all over that one. Saw that one coming and said, no thank you. Another good serve from Cruz. Tough reception. And this will be a free ball. Good chance here for the Bruins. Set up for Riddle. Cross court, too wide. Good idea, but pushed it a bit too much. And Pfeiffer will take back over. Madison Tate in up front. And Kira Suttles back to serve. Good pass. Good set. Catherine Hoops, that was a nice attack, but well dug on the back end. Good opportunity here for the Bruins. Set up for Riddle. Off the block and down. Kill for Emma Riddle. And she will rotate back to serve as Landcrone will swap out with Kira Rickard up front. Serve. Ooh, I think that one might have been deep had they let it go. And the Bruins will take full advantage. Those can be incredibly difficult to judge, especially from floor level. That one definitely in. Be another free ball opportunity for the Bruins. That one not received as cleanly as they probably would have liked, but they did get it across. That one kept alive. Diving effort. Great saves. Set up here. That was a nice set from the back. But eventually, Pfeiffer does prevail, but some fantastic defense. There's Landcrone back in for Riddle. Back to serve for Pfeiffer is Morgan Schrader, junior out of Matthews, North Carolina. Bruins lead by 6 here in the first set. And that block is just on the line. It looked like the line judge was going to raise his flag and then put it down as the just clipped the back line. See how much power was on the attack by how far it went off the block. That one is in. Well struck. The Bruins lead is again 6. Ian Swihart checks out. And that's going to go down as an ace. Credit the ace to Kirsten Hoops. That one too strong. And it will be our first service error of the match. The Bruins jumped out to that 8-3 lead early when Pfeiffer called the timeout, and since then, teams have more or less just traded points. No significant runs. That one was it touched? It was. Selena got a piece of Madison Halsey on the way. And Catherine Hoops back to serve. Hoops with 18 aces on the year thus far. Good block up front. Kept alive. That one just over the net. Set up here and bit of a mishit there from Blaylock. Puts that one into the net. And it'll go back to Pfeiffer. Both teams rotating a lot here as none of the servers getting more than 1 or 2 in before the ball goes back to the other side. It's Kylie Mayberry, sophomore out of Harmony, North Carolina. Set up here, blocked initially. Cruz on the attack that comes off the block and is going to drop. Another kill for Cruz. Landcrone will serve. Riddle's in up front. And we are going to have the second and final timeout of the first set taken by Pfeiffer here as the Bruins now leading by 7, 16-9. With nationwide capabilities, Ronald Blue Trust provides wealth management strategies and trust services based on biblical principles to help clients make wise financial decisions, live generously, and leave a lasting legacy. You can find out more at ronblue.com/Greenville. Again, the Bruins overall looking very sharp here in this first set. Seem to have picked up more or less right where they left off on Tuesday. Mentioned this is the relatively early part of a long homestand. I'll have 2 more matches coming up on Saturday at noon and 4. That second match may or may not start right at 4, depending on how the earlier matches go. If they both end up going long, that start will probably get delayed, so stay tuned to the Bruins website and such for updates on that. But first game should definitely start more or less at noon. Invite you to come out and join us for that here live if you can, and if not, welcome you to watch on the webcast. Landcrone's serve is received well. Set up off the block and down. That'll be a kill for McGrath. Into serve, Maddie Burris, senior out of Meisenheimer, North Carolina. Or excuse me, that's Caitlin Kiltz, my apologies. Senior out of Madison, North Carolina. Into the middle. Excellently placed there by Blaylock. And she will sub out for Eden Swihart, who will take over on the serve. Again, the team's just more or less trading points, which is perfectly fine by the Bruins as they have a comfortable 7-point cushion at the moment. This one's going to come all the way back across on the first hit. And attack error there from Riddle. We'll give it back to Pfeiffer. Gabby Edwards back to serve. Good pass here, blocked initially. And good chase there by Hoops, but got a little bit too close to the sideline. Had to let that one go. This will be a relative rarity of 2 serves by the same person in a row. Tough reception there, but Cruz able to come up with the kill. She's had herself an excellent first set, and she'll come back to serve. She is one of the 2 South Carolinians on the squad, out of very nearby Greer, South Carolina, just a little ways down the road. Chance here for Catherine Hoops. Perfectly placed. Catherine and Kirsten, both freshmen out of Little Rock, Arkansas. And they have made a huge impact here in their freshman year. And they go one to the other there. Kirsten to Catherine for the kill. And the Bruins with their largest lead of the set, 8 points, 20-12. Pfeiffer out of timeouts. And that's going to be just the second service error of the set. So we'll go back to Pfeiffer. Bruins lead by 7, 5 points away from taking this first set. Kira Suttles serving for Pfeiffer. Set up here for Riddle. That's excellently done. Bruins doing a very solid job of just finding the gaps in the defense and getting the ball there. Sometimes it's with pace, other times it's with a soft touch, but either way, speaking of soft touch, that's a soft serve there. Made it a little bit tricky. That was a difficult cross-court one. A little bit of miscommunication there. Catherine Hoops does get it over, though. Rally continues. Good dig. And tipped over. Nice save by the Bruins. Just keeping that one alive, and that one is skied. Was not touched. Yes, it was. So, did hit a Bruin on the way. So, Pfeiffer will take over. Morgan Schrader, specifically, will be on the serve. The Bruins inching closer, taking this first set. Here's Catherine Hoops. Went over the block, but defense had it covered. Going long, and that one took too big of a skip off of Landcrone. Pfeiffer within 6, 21-15. Bruins still holding both of their timeouts should they need them. And that one's blocked out of bounds. So that'll go down as a kill for Rickard. Swihart out and Blaylock in. As Kirsten Hoops comes back to serve. Both teams have done a fairly good job on serve reception here in this first set. That one off the block, kept alive. Catherine needs to get this one over and does. And Landcrone got a piece of it, but not enough. Halsey will serve for Pfeiffer. Cruz will push it over. And going to be a double hit on the attack. Off the block and down. Powerful kill there for Faith Blaylock. Puts the Bruins within 2. Catherine Hoops on the serve. Good dig by Kirsten. Here's Timber Cruz. Chance on the opposite side, and good job by Landcrone letting that one go. Started to dive for it, held herself up, and watched it sail out. And that gives the Bruins set point here, 24-17. A little fun random tidbit in their match Tuesday. Both the first and second sets, the Bruins won by the score of 25-17. And this one will be that score as well. 25-17, the Bruins take the first set. Jumped out to the 5-point lead early and never really looked back. Pfeiffer hung around but couldn't get it closer than 4 points or so. So the teams will swap sides. We'll have the second set coming up for you in just a little over 2 minutes. Already here for set number 2 between the host BJU Bruins and visiting Pfeiffer University Falcons. Bruins took the first set 25-17. So if you're seeing that period 3 on the scoreboard, please do not be confused. It is only the second set. Bruins lead 1-0. Teams have switched sides. Pfeiffer on the right, Bruins on the left, and Pfeiffer will begin with the serve. And they will also begin with the scoring as the attack from Blaylock misses. And Morgan Trader will send another one across. Good setup here. That one's in on the line. Well placed by Catherine Hoops, who will then rotate back to serve. Good dig in the back. That was Hoops again. Cruz, a lot of power on that one, but Edwards able to get behind it. Blaylock off the block. And that one right between Kirsten and Catherine. Bruins won the first set by 8. Oh, Blaylock pumped after that one, as well she should be. Can't draw that one up any better. Executed to perfection. Tied up at 2. Bruins won the first set fairly comfortably by 8, but it was really the beginning of the set that set the tone. Bruins jumped out to an 8-3 lead and really never looked back from that point, led by 4 or 5 or more basically the entire rest of the set. So hoping to get off to a similarly strong start here, but Pfeiffer the one in front after 5, 3-2. And that one's in. Hoops thought that one was going long and died quicker than expected. Also, the scoreboard just reverted back to the previous game score, so it's 4-2. There we go. 4-2 Pfeiffer. Set up here for Cruz. That's off the block. And again, excellent placement. It's Madison Honeycutt. Found the gap. This time it's Pfeiffer jumping out to a quick start here in the second. Riddle got it over the block, but it's defended and then off the Bruins block and down. Coach Denny giving some instructions from the sideline here. Short serve. Didn't get a lot on the pass, but got enough. Set up here for Cruz. Too strong, untouched. And it will be a timeout, Bruins. Didn't really have cause to use either of their timeouts last set, but they'll take one early here as the script has been flipped. Bruins led by 5 early in set 1. Pfeiffer leads by 5 here early in set number 2. I'll reference the Bruins website earlier. Invite you to check that out for all the latest information on your BJU Bruins. You can see results of the games, feature stories on players and coaches, interviews, stats, upcoming schedules, and so much more, all at bjubruins.com. And especially encourage you to stay tuned to that for Saturday's tri-match, as that third match time could definitely be a little bit fluid depending on how those first 2 matches go. Timeout is over. Bruins have one remaining. Short serve. And the Bruins quickly back on track as it's Blaylock once again coming up with the kill. She'll check out for Swihart, who will come back to serve. Ian Swihart, a sophomore out of Goshen, Indiana. Good serve. Good dig by Cruz. Setter's dump not effective that time. Good dig by Hoops on the backside. Here's Cruz. That one came off the tape but did get over. Double block is effective. Kept alive. Very tough one. Able to get it at an awkward angle. That one's off the tape as well. Another diving effort. Tapped over. Kept alive. And it's going to be, I think, a net violation going against Faith Miller. Or no, Miller's not on the court. That must be for 22, so Maddie Burris perhaps. Either way, regardless of who it's on, it's a Bruins point. Cruz, cross court. Soft touch for Riddle. Block was able to recover. Attack from the back and out of bounds, untouched. Hoops gave a dive at it. I couldn't tell if it glanced off of her hand or not, but the official was on top of it, said no. And the Bruins have won 3 straight points out of the timeout, which will prompt Pfeiffer to use their first timeout. It's only 12 points into the set. Both coaches have already dug into the timeout well and now have 1 apiece remaining. Cambria Hotel of Greenville is the official hotel of your BJU Bruins. It's located just off Woodruff Road. It's a brand new hotel offering great amenities and a beautiful facility. I invite you to book your next stay online at choicehotels.com. Well, the Bruins responded well out of their timeout, picking up 3 points in a row. See how Pfeiffer responds coming out of their first timeout. And it'll be a service error. So Swihart will give it back to Pfeiffer. Back to service Kiltz. Here's Cruz, back corner. Had the right depth, but missed the width. Good idea. It was an uncovered spot. Pushed it just a smidge wide. Pfeiffer has elevated their game overall, that service error notwithstanding, but Bruins also have not done themselves any favors as they've picked up some more attack errors early in this one. Something that was largely absent from the first set, had a couple. Cruz on the serve. Great serve. Tapped over. Good dig. That was Cruz on the backside. Blocked up front. That was a combination of McGrath and Burris as Edwards comes back to serve. 10-6 Pfeiffer here in the second set. Bruins holding a 1-0 lead. Well, that looked like the first set. Emma Riddle with authority. Goes cross court. And she'll rotate back to serve. Bruins trailing by just 3. It's going to be a free ball for the Bruins. Good opportunity here. That's off the block, and a little bit of miscommunication there, as going for it were both Edwards and Mayberry. That one almost came all the way across on the first hit, and that is wide. Cruz watching it all the way. And the Bruins could tie up the set here after trailing by 5 early. Went down 7-2. Took a timeout, and can't ask for a better setup than that one for Rickard. As the initial return set up beautifully for her, and she took full advantage. We are tied at 10. Blocked up front, kept alive. And that's going to go wide on the attack from Hinson. Bruins rolling here after trailing early. It's been a good service run for Riddle. Soft touch, great effort from Cruz, but couldn't get it off the floor enough for another teammate to play it. Still a great run for the Bruins. And we are all tied up. Bruins have responded very well after that early deficit. That one was... I'm confused. The official pointed to the floor as if it had hit the floor. Was it? Okay, yeah, they're going to replay the point because the signal was as if it had landed on the Bruins side, which it clearly did not. So this is just going to be a replay of point here. So no point handed out for that last rally. Don't see that too often, but it does happen every once in a while. Blocked initially. Back on the Bruins side of things. Blocked again. That's one thing we have seen for Pfeiffer. You see it again there. They are doing a better job of getting in the way of those attacks. The Bruins are able to go either through or around them or over them pretty consistently in the first set. Pfeiffer's made some nice adjustments and has made it a lot tougher for the Bruins attack. Ooh, that one looked like it was going long. Here's Hoops. That one's off the block and out. Bruins will take back over. Kirsten Hoops back to serve as Blaylock in for Swihart per the norm. Serve is a good one. Just barely got it over the net. Good dig for Kirsten. Tapped over by Rickard, and that's going to be good enough. Both teams still with one timeout remaining. I would assume they're going to hold it as long as they can. This one is turned back into the back and forth battle we kind of expected. And that was a double hit on the set, I believe. And it is. Summer Matthews in for Madison Tate. Over on the Pfeiffer side. Bruins steadily building momentum. Trying to build on this 2-point lead. Not going to do it on that one. Great short set and finish. Pfeiffer will look to even things up. And as they send Schrader back to serve. Not a good pass, but do get a fairly decent attack out of it still. Good dig on the backside by Cruz. And that one out of bounds. Awkward angle for the attack. We're all tied at 14. Interesting is I don't often see teams switch servers in the middle of a serve. Well, that's what just happened. That one too strong. And Pfeiffer has rattled off 3 points in a row and has retaken the lead 15-14. Short and a little too short. It got the top of the tape, but didn't have enough to climb over. Bruins all tied up with the Falcons. 15 all here in the second set. Bruins took the first set 25-17. That kill down for Honeycutt. Feels pretty safe to say that the margin will not be that wide for whichever team wins the second set. Bruins, of course, hoping it will be them. And that's saying it was on the opposite side of the antenna when it was hit. So it's out of bounds by rule. Pfeiffer on a hot streak here. And great hustle. And the free ball is hit too far. Wasted an excellent effort tracking that one down. Ran a long way. But had a long way to get it over and just overpowered it. Bruins will try to tie it up here as Landcrone will serve. Very few aces for either team in this one. Great diving dig by Kirsten. Attack is soft. Another diving effort for Kirsten, but this one not going to get back over the net. And Pfeiffer back up by 2. Effort has certainly been there on both sides. Teams leaving it all out on the court. That serve went right between Cruz and Hoops. And the Bruins used their final timeout as they trail 19-16 here in the second set. Chick-fil-A of Taylor's is a proud partner of your BJU Bruins. Chick-fil-A of Taylor's is located just a few miles from BJU, right here on Wade Hampton Boulevard. Encourage you to check them out. One of my personal favorites. Highly recommend. Well, the Bruins did well to rally from down 5 early to take a couple point lead, but it has been Pfeiffer pulling away here down the stretch, and they currently lead by 3. Still 6 points away, though. Plenty of opportunity for the Bruins to still take this second set, but this is their final timeout. So after this, they'll just have to figure it out on the court. Second official having a quick word with some of the players and with Coach Denny. Maybe about getting out of the timeout a little faster, possibly? Not sure. Again, rather far away and cannot hear what the conversation is about. Bruins have used both of their timeouts, 1 remaining for Pfeiffer. Soft touch over. Although the Bruins have made some more miscues in this in this set. A lot of credit does go to Pfeiffer for the adjustments they've made. both defensively and in their own attacks. Service game has also been improved here in the second set. And covering those gaps better as well. You just don't see the Bruins really getting to line up with power on a lot of the attacks like they were in the first set. You saw a lot of just thunderous attacks that were just being sprayed all over the court for kills. And you just haven't seen that as much here in the second set. The offense has not been as smooth. See if the Bruins can right that in time. Pretty good placement, but even better defense. Set up here for Hoops, going for the middle. Tap down, and Riddle's there for it. Bruins back within 2. Bruins trying to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat here in the second set. Soft touch. That's going to fall on the Bruins side. Lead back up to 3 for Pfeiffer. They're just 4 points away from evening the match. It's going to be Kiltz back to serve. Bruins running out of room for error here. Perfect. Some of those tap overs have hung up in the air a little bit too long, and the defense has been able to get on underneath them, but not that one. Excellently done by Riddle. Bruins back within 2 once again. Cruz on the serve. Again, neither team has many aces, but the Bruins would love one here shortly. Great attack. Kirsten Hoops with a setter's dump. Finds the gap and has the Bruins within 1. Now, if the Bruins get this point, it'll be interesting to see when... There's the ace! Perfectly timed. And there is what I was just about to say, is if the Bruins get the point, it'll be interesting to see when Pfeiffer uses that second timeout. And we got the answer right there. Again, aces have been incredibly hard to come by in this match for both sides. And Timber Cruz just delivered a big one. Came into the match trailing only Eden Swihart in aces, was just 1 behind her. And that one is huge, both in that it ties the set and just from a momentum perspective. Bruins already having picked up a couple points previously, now getting that one as well. The question is, can they keep the momentum out of the timeout? That is at times a difficulty, and that is part of why coaches will call timeouts, is to break up the opponent's momentum, or at least attempt to. Bruins trailed by 5 early, got a couple point lead, then went back down by 4, and now have rallied back to tie it up. This has been a seesaw second set. Very different from the first, where the Bruins got a medium-sized lead early and then basically held it all the rest of the way. Weren't really challenged from a scoreboard perspective in that first set all that much. Has not been the case here in the second. Pivotal point here. And it'll go to the... No. Yes, it will. Go to the Bruins. Almost said it too soon. That was a great effort on the defensive end by Pfeiffer, but weren't able to keep it in bounds. Timber Cruz having an excellent run of serve right here, punctuated by that big ace right before Pfeiffer's timeout. That's not a good pass, and it's not going to get over. Cruz delivering from behind the service line here late in set number 2. Both teams out of timeouts. Bruins now lead 23-21. Another good serve. Much better pass this time, though. Looks good. And great effort on the defensive end. But then the attack goes into the net. Was defended well, but then Hinson couldn't get it over. And just like that, the Bruins have stormed back and have set point here at 24-21. And how about this run of serve by Timber Cruz? And now they're going to get a free ball. Chance to finish off the set. And they won't get it there. Riddle off target on the attack. Pfeiffer staves off one set point. We'll have to stave off at least two more to keep this set alive. Bruins, of course, hoping that doesn't happen. Set point number 2 for the Bruins. Short serve. Set up well, and Hoops finishes it. Catherine Hoops with the kill. And the Bruins with a gutsy, resilient effort here in set number 2. Battle back from medium deficits twice and ended up taking the second set 25-22. We'll have 3 minutes and then set number 3 as the Bruins will attempt to once again get the sweep. Well, that was as thrilling of a set as you could ask for, as the Bruins rallied to win set number 2. Now lead 2-0, eyeing the sweep, potentially. But if last set is any indication, Pfeiffer is not about to go quietly. Teams have again switched sides. Bruins on the right, Falcons on the left. Kirsten Hoops will get things started on serve. Much more exciting second set than the first one. Of course, Bruins are happy with either. Win is a win. But that first set, they opened up an 8-3 lead and more or less cruised the rest of the way through. Second set, they were down 7-2 early. Went ahead in the middle of the set and then ended up falling behind late in the set just to have a big service run by Timber Cruz that put them on the brink. Pfeiffer fought off one set point, but then Bruins able to seal the deal on a Catherine Hoops kill. Pfeiffer off to a quick start again here in the third, as they have the first 2 points. Free ball for Pfeiffer. A little bit of a miscommunication there, and then pass not where it needed to be. So the Bruins on the board. Pass not where it needed to be, and that's out of bounds. Another one very similar to what the Bruins did 1 point in the second set, where it went around the antenna instead of inside of it. Catherine Hoops will continue to serve. Blocked. Kira Rickard all over that one. Bruins won 3 points in a row here. Looking to build on it. Good dig by Landcrone in the back. That one had a lot of power on it. Goes all the way across on the second hit. Lobbed up. Should be a fairly good setup for the Bruins. Dug successfully. A little bit of a tough hit off the block. Landcrone able to get underneath it. Here's Cruz. That's going to go the wrong way off of Edwards. And it is 4 points in a row for the Bruins. Catherine Hoops will continue to serve. Another good dig from Landcrone. And with authority on that one was Blaylock. That's what we saw a lot of in the first set and not as much in the second. When the Bruins offense is clicking, it is a joy to watch. Here's Cruz, blocked. Tate and Burris on the denial. Mayberry will come back to serve. Set up here for Cruz. Down the line. Perfect. That pinpoint precision was, again, not to beat a dead horse, but that's what we saw a lot of in the first set. Landcrone on the serve. And on the dig. Here's Cruz. Blocked. Out of bounds. Again, smart choice by Landcrone. She was in a position that she could have chased that one. And that was a narrow margin that it missed by. Heads up play by the upperclassmen. Good serve, and it's an ace. And for the third straight set, one of the teams has opened up a 5-point lead early. Bruins led 8-3 in the first. Pfeiffer led 7-2 in the second. And now the Bruins lead 8-3 here in the third. Attack back corner. Kiltz was there. Over, and that's down. Well placed by Hayden McGrath. Gives it back to Pfeiffer. Schrader back to serve. Good pass. Good set. Blocked but kept alive. And no, it was not blocked. Just hit into the net. So that'll be 4 hits. And again, we saw this before. It just where Schrader has done exactly one serve and then gets subbed out. I don't know that I've ever seen that on any other teams. Caitlin Willard. Make a mental note to ask Coach Denny about that later. Rare miscue from Cruz. I mean, it's perfectly legal. It's just interesting. Free ball here for Pfeiffer. Chance for the Bruins. And chance capitalized. It's Blaylock with the kill. Swihart in for Blaylock and will serve, and they're bringing him back. Hey, no, maybe not. Yes, they are. Didn't get officially acknowledged, which is a very important part of the process. Powerful attack, but kept alive and got it back over. What a save. And then another diving effort from Swihart. Tapped over, still alive. That one was touched. Longest rally of the set for sure. And then finally won by Pfeiffer. Outstanding effort on the Bruins defensive end, but just came up a little bit short. Bruins do still lead 9-7 here in the third set, and most importantly, have a 2-0 lead. Tough serve. Blocked, kept alive. Chance here for Cruz. Received well on the dig by Mayberry. Attack is wide. Cruz on the serve. She had such a key stretch of serves during that last set, late in the set. This came up with some absolutely clutch ones, including a picture-perfect ace. Bruins up by 4. Free ball. Catherine hoops off the block, goes down the net, and drops. Bruins have their 5-point lead restored. Both teams still have both their timeouts. And if the Bruins get another point or two without a Falcons answer, I'm thinking we'll see that first one, but it won't matter because that serve sails long. And it is back to the Falcons. Kira Suttles serving with her Falcons trailing 8-12 here in the third set. Here's Riddle off the block. And it'll be one and done for Suttles as Riddle will head back to serve. Doesn't take the big run-up that some other players do, but still is an excellent server. A lot of power on that one, and powers it through the block and down does Hinson. Quick note on Riddle from a serve perspective. One of the only players that does not have a service error this year. Catherine Hoops blocked, kept alive. Hoops will get another crack at it. Goes back corner and slotted it between, I believe that was Kiltson Edwards back there. Kirsten with the serve. Off the block and out of bounds. That will be a kill. Madison Honeycutt coming up with it. And the other, well, one of the other Madisons, there are 3 Madisons on this roster. That's a kill for Rickard. Catherine Hoops back to serve. Bruins have been able to keep a 4 or 5 point cushion for the most part. Currently lead 15-10. Cruz right down the line with power. Good dig for Cruz in the back, or that was Hoops in the back, actually. Came up with that dig. Free ball for the Bruins. Set up here, soft touch, perfect. Kira Rickard has had a couple good points up front here in this rotation. And we will have that second timeout as the Bruins lead has extended to 7. And Pfeiffer running out of real estate if they are going to pull off a comeback. Bruins obviously hoping that does not happen. But one word Coach Denny used to describe this team when I was talking to her earlier this week was resilient. And you have seen it in a big way, especially in that second set. That would have been a very easy one to toss in the towel on after a number of mistakes and being down 4 or 5 points a few times. And I'll say we'll just, try to come back and win the third set. But no, just continuing to battle. Outstanding effort on the floor. Diving for all the loose balls and just chipped away. And then that key late run to end up sealing it. And now has put them in a position to possibly earn the sweep here, as they are ahead by 7. 8 points away from the sweep. Bruins trying to extend their winning streak to 6 games in a row and try to maintain their perfect record at home as well. This is their 18th match of the year, but just the 3rd one here in the Fieldhouse. And only 5 left here after this one. Blocked, kept alive, but then hits the ground. Good effort from Kirsten Hoops on that one. Falcons take over, trailing by 6. Out of timeouts. Or no, that was their first one. My apologies. That was only their first timeout. They do still have one remaining. Misread the board initially. Apologies on that. Set up here for Cruz, and that'll be another kill. Despite the best efforts of Edwards, she ranged a long way for that one and did actually get a piece of it, but couldn't do anything with it. Landcrone will serve, trying to put the Bruins back up by 7, 18-12. And that attack will go right through a couple different Bruins. Pfeiffer back within 5. Back to serve is Abigail Talley. I haven't called her name a lot thus far this evening. And that looked like a net violation, and it was. Has caught a piece of the net trying to dig it out. Serve popped almost straight up. It's going to be a free ball for the Bruins. Good opportunity here, and Riddle takes it. And now Pfeiffer is out of timeouts. They trailed by 7 when they took the timeout the first time, and they still trail by 7 now. 20-13. The Bruins just 5 points away from what would be a well-earned sweep. Again, a reminder, Bruins will be right back here in the Davis Fieldhouse as part of a tri-match on Saturday. First match will be at noon. Second match scheduled for a 4 o'clock start. Be sure to stay tuned to the Bruins website to see if it does indeed start at 4 or if it will be bumped back because of length of preceding matches. Bruins trying to finish strong here. They've given themselves a nice cushion to work with, but are hoping it doesn't get depleted too much. Free ball. Chance for Pfeiffer here. And they take it. Well done on the attack. Scarborough on the serve, goes short. Set up for Cruz into the net. And we will have a Bruins timeout very quickly right after that, as Coach Denny trying to make sure that Bruins don't let any more points slip away here. Bruins still lead by 5, but Pfeiffer getting the last 2 points in a row out of their second timeout. This is just the Bruins' first. So Coach Denny will have one more remaining after this. Overall, it's been a very impressive match for the Bruins, especially, from a dominant standpoint, first and third set, and from a gutsiness and impressive comeback standpoint, second set. And a lot of credit to Pfeiffer. They have made some key adjustments throughout the match. They have made it much tougher for the Bruins at times to execute their offense. And the Bruins have had to find a way. They'll try to find a way to end the service run of Scarborough here. Here's Cruz, has it blocked. Falcons within 4. Not going away quietly. Short serve. A little too short. Pfeiffer overall has done an outstanding job of avoiding service errors, but that one could prove costly. So it puts the Bruins just 4 points away, and probably the last person that Pfeiffer wants to see serving is Timber Cruz, but it's going to be one and done. Well executed there, and Faith Miller comes up with the kill. Sends Suttles back to serve. 4-point lead, 4 points away for the Bruins. Here's Catherine Hoops. Free ball. Into the middle, well received. Set up here for Catherine Hoops. Soft touch! Got it over the block and in front of the diving effort of Suttles. Bruins within 3. As Kira Rickard comes in up front. Riddle goes back to serve. Attack. Riddle got underneath it, but couldn't get it high enough for a teammate to play it. So it'll be one and done for her as well. Bruins happy to trade points as long as it's 1 for 1. So they lead by 4 and are just 3 points away. Kiltz back to serve for Pfeiffer. Set up here for Rickard. Kept alive. Blocked up front. And then the second effort. Well placed. After the initial attack was stymied, comes right back with it again. That was Madison Tate. Again, the Bruins do still have one more timeout if they need it. Catherine Hoops with the kill. 23-19. Kirsten Hoops back to serve. Short serve, or short set, excuse me. Executed well. Miller gets the kill. And again, the Falcons hanging around, trying to find a way to force a fourth set. Blocked initially, but finds the floor. 23-21. Again, the Bruins led by 7 not that long ago. It was 20-13. That one sailed along. And that is a heartbreaker for Pfeiffer, as they had really gotten some momentum, looking like they were going to close the gap even further. And with that, the Bruins have 3 shots at match point. Here's the first. Good dig by Landcrone. Had to kind of tap it over. Off the block, kept alive. For Cruz. That'll do it! Only 1 match point necessary. And the Bruins take it in straight sets. Pfeiffer making it very challenging, especially in those last 2 sets. But the Bruins do come away with the straight sets victory. Moved to 13-5 on the year and a perfect 3-0 here in the Davis Field House. Well, that will do it for us this evening. But again, hope you can join us on Saturday, as the Bruins will be right back here in the Davis Field House. First match at noon, second match scheduled for 4 o'clock. I'm Nate Warwick. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Are probably their 2 primary responsibilities, and then they mirror whatever the